All right, this is KaotiK Crypto, where we defy tyranny. So, wanted to check in, see what's going on with the markets. We got a little bit of FUD out there. Apparently, the SEC has declared themselves God over everything and told Coinbase to delist everything but Bitcoin. I don't know if this is like a last-ditch effort to try to scare the markets or just Gary trying to. I don't know. It's just weird. The whole thing is weird, and like the SEC is so done. But it's obviously, it did kind of affect the markets briefly. Like I think we got a retest of 29K, somewhere around that is the low. Let's see where it was. Went down to 29.1. I mean, it's not really any kind of big deal. We're still kind of where we're at, where we've been for a good while now. Let's take a look at the daily. All right. Daily charts. All right, so daily stochastic is pretty bottomed out, and the other stochastic, the regular RSI, is kind of middle ground. We're creating a bit of a trend line here. So we're probably gearing up for another move up. I've been saying that for a while, but again, we have to understand that we may have a move down. I'd say it's a higher chance that we move up than down. Let's see. This basically is like it's an elongated bull. It's an elongated falling wedge / bull flag. Let me get rid of this. The falling wedge, you can kind of see. Let's grab this thing. Make it a little bit bigger. The falling wedge, obviously, with the pattern here. So we got a bull flag / falling wedge, and this kind of shows me that you extrapolate the bottom to the top. I mean, it's a measured move. It's probably a little bit more than that. This is very rudimentary, 34, 35K. So, yeah. I think it's more likely that we get one more move up, and then we'll probably get some kind of correction. I've been saying 38 to 42K for a while, but the time is of the essence. The problem is that the stock markets are pretty overheated, and at some point they're going to want to correct, which that probably will be more of a September thing, September, October. It could be an August thing too. So we just have to kind of wait to see what's going to happen there. Let's zoom in on the 4-hour again. Now, again, this is a trading view that I use for people that are interested in analyzing technical analysis in the markets. So stochastic 4-hour RSI is kind of down. It's recharging. We probably won't have a move tonight, but maybe tomorrow or the next couple of days. That's not telling me a whole lot. I mean, I'm not like an hourly trader. I'm a macro trader, so I focus more on daily and weekly moving averages. But I'm not seeing. Now we're back on the weekly chart. Let's get back into this a little bit further. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. I don't want that anymore. I just got to do a little cleanup here. But yeah, it's just interesting FUD. There was not a whole lot of real big news today, other than unfortunately Pee-wee Herman did pass, and I loved his old movies. I guess that makes you a millennial if you know what he's all about. But the weeklies, just kind of looks like it wants to fall over. But we are finding some support on. Maybe we had a little bit of a fake out here. But we did break below, so that's not the greatest. And we are starting to cross down here. But a lot depends on the stock market. The stock market goes down, then the crypto's going to go down. So a lot of people are watching that. But the stock market still looks strong, but it's like, at what point? At what point are we going to get a correction? It's just it can't keep doing where it's what it's doing. Let's see if I find speed. That's not what I wanted to look at. SPX, SP. Yeah, it seems so overheated. It's just begging for a correction at some point here. And I believe it would probably come down to the 618, and that would probably bring crypto down to 27, 28, possibly 23 to 25. And that's also a zone that I've been looking at with Bitcoin. So let's look at the other chart. It's a little less. Yeah, I mean, we are having declining volume, so we're getting ready for some kind of move. So we'll just have to see. Charts aren't telling me a whole lot, really, to be 100% honest. Look at the monthly chart. I never really look at this, but kind of curious what it's saying, what it's showing. So we're pretty coming up. If you wanted to look at the monthly chart and kind of where we are in retrospect, we're kind of similar to where we were in 2018, 2019, where it kind of popped up. And then it got real boring again for another 6 months to a year, 8, 9 months. And then the monthly stochastic RSI went sideways and down, and then it into the bull market went back up. So we could see if it does that again, maybe we come up, come back down, and then come back up again, something like that. It's just an idea. But, as far as altcoins go, still in good buy territories. A little bit of an alt pick that I'm hearing a lot of things about. Grape. I'm hearing it from multiple sources now, which is kind of making me think that maybe this is something to look into. I'm not a fan of the name, but it sounds like it might be something that is going to take some kind of effect. It might be a big mover. I think it's still in a pre-buy phase. I'm going to see where this thing is. I'm not really sure. Just look at, I think it's DeFi, Grape Finance. I'm not completely familiar with it, so don't. But I'm hearing something about Grape. I've heard it from multiple sources, and that might be a crypto to check out. As far as the altcoins go, Algorand just continues to just get completely slaughtered. At 10 cents. It was holding 11 for a good while. I wonder when the pain for this thing's going to end. I will say also, though, we are still pretty overheated with the open interest and the margin positions. So there could be a big deleveraging coming. We get like a spike down to 23 or even 21. Some kind of nightmare scenario happens. And I've done analysis before, and it seems to be like every 6 months or so, crypto will get a big move, quick move down to wipe everything out. And then also sometimes get a quick move up. But it's been about 6 months since our last move, or actually really about maybe a year. So we're kind of maybe getting overdue for a big pull down, big scare. The crypto fear and greed index is it's still at 50. It's not good nor bad. It's just kind of in the middle. Complacency can sometimes lead to where people just forget about it, and then all of a sudden it drops really hard and everyone gets scared again. It also could mean people forget about it and all of a sudden starts ripping. But we've kind of already had the rip, and it wasn't that big of a rip, but we'll have to see. I want to check the news. Some crypto bubbles. Oh yeah. Or if you watch this channel, you know how I don't really like Hex. I'm always like kind of ripping on Richard Hart. But he got, I guess, subpoenaed, or they're trying to get him. They're trying to sue him, or SEC's coming after him. So his projects are really dumping right now. I don't trust that guy. He seems like a scumbag to me. Maybe he's cool, but he really doesn't seem like he's cool. He's just really boastful or annoying. And whatever. He might have a good heart. I doubt it. But yeah, that was kind of the big news today. And so there's just some FUD out there, SEC stuff, between that, Coinbase, and Richard Hart. So And then PeeWee Herman, which is terrible. Really terrible. There's a lot of sad people out there. Caspa has been ripping. I'm scared to get involved with something that's been ripping this much. I wish I had some, though. It's been doing really well. I could see it pulling back. Uniswap, there's been some. I was something else you should do, like not financial advice, but what I've started doing more than ever is like when I look at a project, I go to their website or I try to use whatever platform there is. I've been using Uniswap for a while, but I recently started using it again to buy projects and organize my portfolio, and it's a really smooth. It's a smooth, cool interface. It's a lot cooler than it was a couple of years ago. I'll even look it up. Uniswap. Yeah. So Uniswap.io. Again, this is not financial advice. You do your own research on everything. Also, if you could hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll certainly answer any questions or give any tips, tips and tricks. But yeah, you go to the website and you say launch the app. You can connect it to your MetaMask. You do the MetaMask or a few other wallets. But it's just a smooth operation. Let's see if I don't know if I have to do anything. If I want to connect it to my wallet or not. I thought it was pretty smooth the way it all worked. We'll do that another time. Maybe I'll do like a tutorial on how that works. But Uniswap, I think, is a really solid project as far as the tokens go. And another move I've been thinking about, I was just looking at my crypto portfolio and looking at Binance, all the FUD with Binance, and just kind of trying to extrapolate, okay, well, if Binance actually does hold this level, which it probably will. I mean, even if it does, I just don't see it really doing much more than a few X. It's at 240. Its high was 700. Maybe it goes to 1400. Maybe it goes to 2400. Either way, that's like 5X, 7, maybe 10X. There's also a lot of FUD about Binance. I just don't know if I really believe in it. Something about like selling my Binance coins for some other, just into other tokens that I kind of believe in. Like I think the CRO token is one really worth looking at. It's probably the big one. But yeah, I just don't know about holding Binance. It seems like a higher risk, and if something happens with the SEC and they actually really sue them and it gets suppressed like XRP did, like you might only see something like a move like this over the next couple of years, and then it falls again. You gotta wait till 2020i like to even get up there. And it's such a high market cap. Crypto's on the top 7 or 10. And you're just not. I just don't see it. 10x would be the best you could hope for, I think, for this thing. And that's just how it is. I just don't think it's going to be diluted. Binance is a great company. I'm not trying to knock them. I just don't see the benefit of having the Binance coin over some of these other newer projects like HBAR, Algorand, maybe CRO tokens, some of these other ones. CRO is still high risk, though. I don't know if you're going to make it through this bear market. We still got another year. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. Other than that, I really don't know what's going on. Look at Crypto Panic real quick. Let's see here. Republican candidate wants to end President Biden's supposed war on Bitcoin. That's cool. He definitely does have a war on it. It's not him. Whoever's puppeteering him. Ripple price experiencing major volatility. Judge delivers new ruling SEC case. Do Kwon, whatever. Microsoft strategy announces balance sheet. Bitcoin volume. It's the lowest since early 2020. And we're gearing up for some kind of move. Also, XRP to 500, definitely not. It's almost like a sell signal for me. XRP to skyrocket. Yeah, it's like a sell signal. I'm worried about XRP. Anyway, that's it for me. Peace. Catch you tomorrow.